Hello, everybody. It is time to finally be able to play this game stress-free, hopefully. No crashes, no freezes. We can get lost in the multiple-hour no-save dungeons. The problem now is remembering how to do the airship battles, because that's where we left off. If you are watching the VOD of this on YouTube, by the way, and you want to start from the beginning, it is on my second channel, more PeteDorr. I'll hopefully try and remember to link it in the description with part 1, in case you're jumping in here in the, you know, it's like the 4th part of this, I think. Well, we'll find out tonight, entertain me. Hopefully. Yeah, so I did this battle last stream, and then it froze. So we get to do it again. Or at least we were in the middle of the battle. A lot of people saw... I mean, a lot of people thought Final Fantasy Resonance was an actual new remake. Well... I mean, to be fair, it is based off of a mobile game's first season of story. So it's not a completely fresh new Final Fantasy. However... people that were fans of Final Fantasy Resonance or Final Fantasy Brave Exvius seem to like the story, so we'll see how it is. I'm excited for it. It's not a straight mobile port, which is nice. But it would have been nicer if the next like turn-based Final Fantasy was actually Final Fantasy 17. They also lied. They said this is the first turn-based Final Fantasy in decades, but they're actually lying. It was the what was it? First Soldier Ever Crisis, Final Fantasy Ever Crisis on mobile. That's turn-based. I guess that game doesn't exist. Yeah, it's a remake. But I'm alright. I mean, there's been a lot of Final Fantasy mobile games I've wanted to play that got shut down. You can't play them anymore. So I'm okay with them kind of re-releasing it in a new way. You spent thousands on Brave Exvius. It's alright, happens to everybody. If you play those mobile gacha games, they're bound to get you at some point. $175 streak today. Oh, thank you, Caleb. Also, For Real Fan had a 175 streak last stream as well, so thank you, For Real Fan. Let me just pin the Figgy thing real quickly. Hold on. since some people are probably still unaware they made Figgy's merchandise for this. Alright, time to remember how to do this. So I think I'm supposed to attack on green, right? And then guard on yellow. Or charge on yellow. I think it's more of a, like, do I want to risk it kind of thing. Actually, hold on. We'll focus on that, and then we'll guard on that. And then this one here, we attack. I have no idea. I'm just BSing my way through these. I used to be decent at this, but then I didn't play it for a while, and then I forgot. In the beginning of the game, at least. The airship battles take so long, it's like, my goodness. They fly around so long before they do something. Oh, I didn't realize I was almost dead already, what the hell? I think I just gotta evade and focus. The normal cannons don't do anything. Evade, focus, and heal. We're just gonna choose that. Wait. Why can't I heal? I have to use repair kit? Okay. I thought I had magic. Or she does, okay. Should I just double magic to be safe? Is this game any good? It's definitely good if you like classic turn-based RPGs. Like, really old school style. We'll find out how the new Gamecube is tonight. Hello, Sleepy. It's not going to be a very eventful fight. I don't think I had evasive action up, did I? No. I don't understand why it comes out late. I did that on a turn where it was green. It should have come out before. Focus battles. I don't know when I'm going to be prompted to use my cannon. Alright, from now on I gotta, like, guard a turn earlier and then heal. That turn order just never makes sense to me. Honestly, at this point, rapid fire, I don't really even care anymore. Let them cook a bit with Xbox. Let them do what they gotta do to save it. Like, I'm pretty impartial to it. Because I'm so distant from Xbox at this point. Let's just see what they do. I'm just saying, let them have the next year to figure things out. See what they do. Open fire. Maybe now I'll get the cannon. Okay, there's the cannon. So let's just... I'm gonna guard. Because my cannons are so weak, it doesn't make sense to do anything otherwise. Oh wait, I guarded on the cannon turn? Oh shoot. I thought that was the red turn. Whatever. It's gonna take a bit. Hello, Pat. Hello, Robert. I think it's kind of crazy, though, that they're going to shut down Ninja Theory right as they announced that new Senua game. But you know what? The reception to that seemed kind of like a dud anyway. I don't think anybody's talking about it. So I guess they view it as if they got to get rid of that game. It is what it is. It's not going to sell much anyway. Like, maybe they should make a new IP instead of doing a third game in a series that's obviously struggling. Why is it crazy to claim it's first time playing it? I don't think I have to whittle this guy's health down all the way if I remember right. I think this fight might be cut short. It's hard to remember. Because I did this last stream, but then it froze. But I just don't remember how it went. Bring back Mag, I totally agree. Thanks Blizzard, thanks for that super chat. Mag is one of the all-time greats on PS3. It's one of those games where you really had to be there. You had to play that game when it came out to understand how awesome that was. Even now it would be cool to play a game. What was it, 128 versus 128 players, right? I mean, it was crazy. Well, this is a different Gamecube. Jeff Carl. I beat Stray when it came out. Yeah, I enjoyed Stray. It's the kind of game I'll play again at some point. It was fun. I've never played any PlanetSide games. Even if there were private servers for MAG, you would need too many people to make that game work. There would never be enough people playing MAG for that to be as fun as it was. If you have like 12 people versus like 12v12, it's just, you would need the full effect for MAG to work. People would have to like rally together to get a full lobby going. I did play 1 versus 100, yep. Played it a few times, it was really fun. We need to tell that Asia to bring back 1 versus 100. That's how you win back the masses. Yeah, dude, do you want a Concorde 2, Crazy J? Come on now. I can attack here, but watch. It's gonna do, like, no damage. Because I don't think I have anything updated. So let's do that, and then I'll just... Guard. Wait, hold on. We can do... that? Guard. I don't know what the arrow does, to be honest. I completely forget what that means. Definitely just, like, guessing my way through how to do this, because my weapons are so weak. Yeah, I was really into the Killzone games online. Those had such a weight to them. Very unique. Yeah, see, they do. It's not even worth using. 140 damage. I definitely got to upgrade my weapons. Cannons. Figure out how to do that. People gotta get sick of Horizon eventually, right? I mean, heck, I was sick of it after the first one. They have two Horizon multiplayer games? I thought it was just Horizon Hunters or whatever it was called. They have a second one? Oh my god. Yeah, that Hunters game does not look good. Character designs look terrible. It'll appeal to the Fortnite crowd. But you know what? All these companies keep trying to appeal to the Fortnite crowds, but guess what? The Fortnite people will never stop playing Fortnite. They're just gonna keep playing Fortnite. So you're appealing to nobody. I'm excited to see what comes after this. Where will we go next? Once we're done with this 1 hour ship battle. Ship battles, I hate to say it, are probably my least favorite part of this game. There it is so long. It would help if I had better normal weapons. But still, you do have to kind of rely on this cannon super hard. Horizon Steel Frontiers? What the hell kind of multiplayer game is that? I really wish they'd stop making Horizon like their most pushed series for PlayStation right now. Well, so far no Crash Video Gamer. I'm gonna do a YouTube video on the console, because it was actually a really cool unboxing. You'll see when I upload the video. It came all pre-made. You'll see when I unbox it. It's a cool surprise. You'll see. It's better than I thought it would be. All right, he should be dead here finally. Yeah, Little Big Planet. I'm glad that I made a video on that Little Big Planet level I made, archived it, because some fools reported it and got it removed. If you go to my YouTube channel and you search Little Big Planet, you'll find the video of my. I put in a ton of time making a Little Big Planet level back in the day with like all my video games, favorite video game series and everything. I even put a boss battle in there where you fight a Virtual Boy. I went super hard on that freaking stage. But it got removed from the store to download because somebody was offended that I had a picture of Peach. Like a sexy looking Princess Peach at the end of the level. Like, you know, I had all different pictures of like Mario characters. And then I had a Peach that was a little, you know, alright. She wasn't naked or anything. But someone's like, oh my god, I gotta report this. And then that was it, the level's gone. Unbelievable. All those hours of work over a picture. Because don't forget, they used to let you use the PlayStation Eye to, like, scan pictures. So I would literally use the PlayStation Eye to, like, scan anything in my gamer room, pictures off the internet. It was so cool. You just use custom whatever. And if you watch the video, you'll see it's not bad at all. It's like, it's so innocent. Though, to be fair, the level also could have been removed because I was using a ton of, like, video game character ripped images. But I don't think they would remove it for that. Everybody did that. And I played the second one. I didn't get into it as much because I was still so burned by the fact that they removed my level from the first game. I didn't really bother with the level creator in the second game. Third game, I didn't even play it. Alright, let's hope this battle isn't an hour. Oh, I love Sackboy. Sackboy was such a cool mascot character. And then he got replaced by Astrobot. Rip Sackboy. They were really pushing Sackboy back in the day. I had Sackboy plushes, figurines, I had everything with him. Standees. Alright, let's see if my cannon actually does anything. That does nothing. We gotta use the cannon. You guys know what tomorrow is. Guitar Man PS5 release. The hell was that? Okay, thought that would have did it. It looked like my ship was just decimated. I don't know what the point of evasive action is if it doesn't go off when I need it to. Well, I guess it still kind of did here. Did I play Fat Princess? Oh, I definitely played Fat Princess on PS3. Believe it or not, that was one of the first games I ever streamed. I streamed it on Justin TV back when it came out in like 2000. Well, it had to be 2009. 2008, 2009? I streamed it. Whatever year Fat Princess came out, I pretty much streamed it. Or... because my Twitch account, my Justin TV account was made in 2009. Well, actually, I made it earlier than that, but I remade the account because I changed my name. But it was the beginning of 2009, end of 2008. I actually used to have a whole bunch of Fat Princess VODs on my Twitch channel before Twitch deleted them with the last purge they did. Streaming back then was a huge pain in the ass. Things like streaming programs like OBS and all that did not exist. I don't even remember how we streamed back then, but man, it was... if you wanted to stream video games, it was a huge barrier to entry. It was not easy. And the hardware was also very limited. There was only like a couple things you can use. Yeah, they converted it to Twitch, and then, for people that don't remember, when they first converted from Justin TV to Twitch.tv, they actually didn't allow you to stream things other than video games. There was a time on Twitch where you were forbidden from streaming anything but video games. How times have changed, and how I wish we can go back. They should just have a website called, like, IRL.tv. And make Twitch TV the gaming stuff. Just separate it. But they never will. Guard? Hello, Benjamin. The Dazzle, right? The Dazzle DVC 100. That was the name of it. I had a Dazzle. I didn't have an Amarok TV. I'm not sure. I had the Hopog HD PVR, but I definitely had a Dazzle. Goddamn, the Dazzle. The quality on that thing was terrible. I have not played Baten Kaitos. It's definitely a RPG on my list to get around to one day, just because of the music. What is this damage? What in the world? No, I think this battle ends early, right? If I remember it, like, you're not... Am I really supposed to chip this thing down? This is gonna be... We're gonna be here forever. Holy crap. Some of the sites back then had web-based streaming feature, pop-out window, had to be kept open to detect input in live chat. Yeah, I mean, it was archaic back then. It's so long ago, I honestly can't even remember how we streamed. I just remember having some weird-ass program open that was really complicated. Maybe I have to try attacking with these? I really don't know how to do this ship battle stuff. I think I had to buy a second Hopog. $400 damage. Like, we can't be for real right now. Yeah, I love me some pre-rendered backgrounds. Yeah, I definitely want to play some Baten Kaitos at some point. Oh, I definitely don't remember how many viewers I had back then. It depends how heavily I advertised it on YouTube, because if it was like... Sometimes I'd advertise my Justin TV streams back then, and I'd pull a lot of people in. But if it was just a gameplay stream, they were pretty random. So I have no idea. It was probably like 20, 30 viewers, if I had to guess. Nothing crazy. Not a lot of people used streaming sites back then to watch. I hope we don't actually have to kill this thing. Why didn't I play the Dreamcast version? This is better for streaming, because Dreamcast version, the load times are extremely long. Keep attacking. I wish I had better weapons so that this can go a tiny fast. Like, if I'm actually supposed to reduce this thing's life total, we might be here for a very long time. Unless because last time I did attack the leg, maybe it'll eventually let me attack something that does more damage. Could you get subscribers on Justin TV? I don't remember, honestly. I didn't get partner until when Twitch first came out, though. So I can't really recall. I think I have the Dreamcast version. I don't remember, honestly. I'm pretty sure I have it. Even if I had the Dreamcast version, I still would play the GameCube version for streaming. Let's go for the head. Woodbine Divine. That's definitely a... That one rolls off the tongue. Woodbine Divine. Thank you very much. Thank you for that, Prime. Twitch Prime sub. Welcome. So the encounter rates are the same between the GameCube and the Dreamcast version, but every time you get into a random battle in the Dreamcast version, the loading time is ridiculously long. It honestly adds hours and hours onto the game in loading times. And I just figured for streaming it's just better to play the more concise, faster loading version with the extra content. The only thing you're sacrificing with this version is the music. Music isn't quite as good. I've had some stick drift with the PS5, yes. It's why I actually had really bad stick drift with it. That's why I had to get a different controller. Because my original PS5 controller had pretty bad stick drift. I'm sure at some point crazy. Yeah, this is the battle that... Wait, did he heal? It looks like his HP has barely dropped. This is the battle that froze last stream, so the fact it hasn't froze yet is a good sign. I thought we were supposed to be attacking its head. Man, this can't be for real. Okay, when you guys fought this fight, did it take this long? When you played this game? If it didn't, that means that you probably upgraded your cannons. Yeah, let's do evasive action after he hits me. They should put this guy in as a character to race as in Sonic Crossworlds. Might as well at this point. Put the big green guy in there. Oh, okay. So here's our opportunity, maybe. Hello, Guitarro. I'm sure you're excited for tomorrow. Do we know what time they update the PSN store to add Guitar Man, by the way? I just want to make sure it's out at, you know, when I go to stream at night. Ah, there we go, finally. So, wait, but it's a red icon. Alright, well, I'm just gonna guard. And then heal to full. And then guard, and then cannon. Yeah, so as long as Guitar Man comes out, you know, before I stream, typically at night, which it should be out, tomorrow's stream will be Guitar Man. We're starting the Master Mode grind. I'll be beating it on normal and then expert and then starting my training for beating it on master mode, which will not be easy. I played the Phantasy Star card game a little bit many years ago, and actually, yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I didn't play it online, I played the single player stuff. And it was still good. Well, usually the airship battles aren't this monotonous. This one in particular is pretty bad. Alright, good. Let's save the game and get out of here. Oh. Thankfully, we don't have to whittle it all the way down. We got some items. Alright. We haven't seen this because I wasn't able to make it past that battle last time. This music reminds me of Dark Cloud. All Master Games. Go back to Valua. Where is that again?
Hey.
Thank you, Codename Ham. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 58 months, almost at the big 5 years. I don't remember where that is. Save the game. What, the little standee that I have? Yeah, I'm so thankful I got that thing years ago. I actually bought it from somebody on YouTube that was selling it. It was only like $150, $200 or something. Oh shoot, they just told me where to go and I wasn't paying attention. Oh no. Were any of you paying attention? Where do they expect me to go? What direction? Is there a world map? Valua. I don't know where that is. Oh, all the way up there? Hold on, how am I supposed to... Is there a shortcut all the way up there? I know they were blocking me here earlier, right? Like they wouldn't let me pass through here or something. Did they actually expect me to fly all the way back there? I feel like that was a long trip. Google Plus. I don't think I use Google Plus. Alright, how do I... Okay, we can save the game here. There's an opening just to the north. Let's see. Oh yeah, I see it. Okay. I was gonna say, there's no way they're gonna send me all the way back. Alright. Off to new adventures, new areas. How exciting. And stress-free without worrying about game crashes, hopefully. If it crashes, then it's my disc, but I don't think it's the disc. It's gotta be the Gamecube. I guess we should get some battles in. Get warmed up with the combat again. Oh god, that's right, hold on, let me bring up the weakness chart. Because I definitely don't remember color weaknesses. I like using this one. Alright, if the enemy's color is green, I don't know what color this enemy is. That... Oh, wait, it's the color icon outline, which is really hard to see. It looks like it's blue? Right? Is that the way you tell? It's like the color outline? Looks like it's blue. Sorry, so red and yellow. So we got red equipped. Oh my god, we got no HP.
Move! Give me strength!
Did I collect any toys? I didn't collect G.I. Joe. I collected just like a lot of monster figures, various monster toys. Not that I really knew what the hell they were from. If they looked cool, I wanted it. And then Star Wars, once I got into Star Wars. That was one of my most favorite things to do, though. Just go to like a toy store or a flea market or whatever and like just look for crazy looking monster figures. Just got so many random things that way. I ended up with a lot of Ultraman figures somehow because of that. Like the rare US figure line that they released. Not rare, but like there weren't many of them over here, but I ended up with a lot of them. I had a lot of Street Sharks. I definitely regret selling my Street Sharks collection because I had like almost all the original Street Sharks figures. Some of them are really rare and hard to find.
Is it over already?
Also, I gotta look into how to get MP items. MP is a huge problem in this game. I don't collect Lorcana. There was a point where I was trying to obtain... What's that one character's name from Fantasia, the main villain, like the devil-looking guy? There was a point where I was trying to get him. But I was like his ultimate rare card. I forget what they're called, but I never ended up getting it. Because Fantasia was my favorite Disney movie. I love that movie's awesome, and I thought the card artwork on that was pretty awesome. The enchanted card or whatever. That's about as far as I went with it. I did like some breaks for just that specific color to try and get it, but yeah, I didn't have any luck with that. And that was my extent of Lorcana. I'll never touch it again. Is that blue? I'm pretty sure it's a blue enemy. I can't get magic back, huh? It's rough. I think I'm better off using her special. I keep forgetting I have it. I missed a donation? Hold on. My weakness chart is probably covering it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. I don't know why I didn't play my notification. A little extra for the PlayStation Premium subscription? No, I appreciate it, yeah. It does kind of suck that you gotta freaking renew that thing. I don't know how much it's gonna cost. I have just the basic one right now. I don't even want to know what the freaking cost of a premium month is. I'm just gonna do 1 month, though. But thank you, Guitar. Appreciate that very much. Alpha Storm, was it? Or no, Lambda Burst. Yeah, Chernabog, right? Yeah, Chernabog is awesome. There was a point where I was thinking of collecting all the Fantasia cards, but I just really don't like Disney anymore as a company. So I'm like, why do I want to give them money for Lorcana? But I still like Fantasia. Fantasia's okay. They're not weak against red. Fantasia's awesome. Oh, what? Oh, it insta-killed. I guess it's a rare chance.
Is it over already?
Little computer pistache. This is technically my first time I've streamed this before. Well, it's the first time I'm playing Skies of Arcadia. First playthrough. Alright, let's see. God, MP is so rough in this game, it's crazy. I don't think I have anything. I don't have any more MP restorative. I think I may have to avoid some battles until I get to the next town. I'm gonna save after every freaking encounter I do. How's Metazu doing? I'm pretty sure they're doing terrible. Yeah, I'm pretty much done with them. Do I like wrestling? I liked it when I was younger. During the WWF days. I don't really watch it anymore now, though. I feel like if I were to get back into something like that, I'd be way more inclined to watch something like UFC instead of wrestling. Going the right way? Old Gamecube, they just die. The lasers and stuff have issues. Did I collect the action figures? I had some of the action figures, yeah. I had a bunch of the line of figures that were like the small rubber bendable ones. I had like all of them. And then I sold them all on eBay when I got in. But like everything else, when I started getting into retro game collecting, pretty hardcore, I sold a ton of my old figures like that. I got rid of all my Dragon Ball Z figures, and man, I had a lot of those. I do regret getting rid of some of that stuff, but at the same time, I needed my retro games. I had a huge Dragon Ball Z figure collection, all those Bandai ones, all the wrestling stuff, the Street Sharks, all that kind of fun stuff. All my Pokemon cards and collectibles. Yeah, and when I sold them, they weren't even worth that much. I sold them all as a giant lot. All my Dragon Ball Z figures. All together as one. I think it went for like 100, 150 bucks, if that. Stuff was so cheap back then on eBay, it's crazy. Favorite Elder Scrolls? I still think my first playthrough of Skyrim is my favorite. Oh please, no more ship battles. Oh my god. Wait, they're boarding the ship? It's a boss battle? I have no MP. I have no health. Oh my god. Wasn't there a button I can press to, like, see what these items... There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely dead. I don't remember what these spells, like what Welves is. Does one of them heal? Red and yellow it looks like. So green and purple. Let me switch to purple. I think this gives her MP back. She's gonna be my main healer. Oh, Lunar Blessing. We gotta get that going. Alright, I just gotta guard with her until... Okay, we're gonna use that. They added a little bit of extra content in the GameCube version. Other than that, it's pretty much the same game, other than the music being better on Dreamcast. It's less compressed.
Let's try this.
I don't mind how long it is between saves now that I don't have to worry about it crashing. Now I'm like, I'll be alright with it. But man, the crashing was crazy. Did I like Sonic Adventure Battle over Sonic Adventure 2? It's hard to remember, honestly. I didn't mind Battle. I remember having some fun with the Battle content. Alright, we can get Lunar Blessing up. Oh, no, I focused with him. I meant to do his special. Alright, this is like the most epic healing move. It's also very good. It's permanent regen. It never wears off, from what I've seen. Wait, miss? Oh, because he's affected by the death spell? No, it's a misconception. So Dreamcast doesn't have more random encounters. It just feels like it's more random encounters because the loading times are so long. The speedrunners apparently tested it and found out it's the same encounter rate for both versions. And I trust the speedrunners. I'm playing on a Gamecube. You'll see the Gamecube. I'm playing it on soon. I'm making a video on it. Who just died? Vice died. Oh boy. Not good. And I used the wrong move with him. And that means his regen is gone. What? They get rid of regen when they have the skull? Alright, this battle's crazy. Oh, that was the MP move? No. I think I'm dead. I don't remember what some of these even do. At least I saved right before this. Oh man. It's just she has no way of getting MP back, so she's useless.
Moons protect me! Absolute hero!
Wait, somebody beat Shift's record? Somebody actually beat Shift's speedrun record for Battle for Bikini Bottom? What category? Did he just come out of nowhere and beat it? Like, was he uploading, or did he just come out of nowhere and beat his time? I don't mod my consoles now. Came out of nowhere. Man, don't underestimate those 14-year-olds. Something happened similar with Sonic R. Like, some young kid speedrunner just come out and freaking took every record in that game. Don't underestimate those young, non-carpal tunneled hands when it comes to speedrunning games like that. I don't know how to freaking heal. Where's the one that does Sakri? We gotta keep Aiko alive. Wow. That's crazy. I mean, I don't blame him. That's pretty upsetting, especially if the person was, like, keeping it a secret, their practice, they were never uploading their runs, and they're just out of nowhere, they beat his time. Alright, here comes the 50-50 coin flips. They're gonna fail 10 times in a row. Last time it took me, like, 7 attempts to finally res somebody. I can crawl back from this, but boy, it's gonna be hard. As we saw with the last boss battle from the last stream, which was a cool boss battle. I can't believe I came back from that. Did the death status wear off yet? No. How do I get rid of that? Come on, just get Vice up. I don't blame somebody that dedicates their life to speedrunning an RPG getting upset that somebody comes out of nowhere and takes the record, because that's kind of like a bad-mannered thing to do, right? Like they were not uploading any of their runs until they got the world record. That's just like they were doing that on purpose to get to him. When you feel like you're untouchable for like a decade with a speedrun, and then out of nowhere someone's secretly been practicing the speedrun to take your record without you knowing it, I mean, that's pretty messed up. Because usually speedrun communities are a little bit better about that kind of stuff. How do I get rid of this death status? Do I have an item that can remove it? It's just one ally, though. Get rid of it on him. Man, this is gonna be hard. I can come back from this boy, but this is not gonna be easy. I'm sure I still have some records in some games that don't have much competition. I don't really keep up with my old speedruns anymore. People take them now, and I'm just like, oh, that's cool. That's good for them. Oh, don't die, please. Didn't I cast Lambda Shield? How did I still take damage? Does that not count as magic? Oh, she's dead.
So sorry.
And they attacked him. All because this freaking Rise spell never works. This is what happens when you have no MP items. If I had MP items, this would be such a different fight right now. But this game is brutal with MP. Alright, we gotta think this through a different way. I think I'm gonna try and burst down one of these guys at a time. That death status they give is brutal. Is this a battle I have to do, or is this some random boss battle you can happen into? Feels like it was random. Yes, crit. Even though it doesn't matter. Oh, it may matter. Let's see. Your Lake and second light. Yeah, I never got around to the second blue reflection. I really liked the first game. Alright, well, they're not weak against red. Really? Okay. Well, we gotta cure with him. Forget which one of these guys I was attacking. If I can take out the chefs, this will go much smoother. Two down. You better not resummon them.
Let's try this. Let's try
We might get the music back in our favor, let's see. And we did. Alright, it's going a little better than last time. Vina's like the one I don't care if she dies. She can't really do anything. Oh my god. Well, she's dead. Oh wait, she survived, okay. You couldn't finish that chef? Alright, we gotta have Vice. Everybody honestly try and take him out. We need Epsilon Mirror so I can get MP back. I'm just gonna guard. Or do I... No, let's focus this chef. Oh my god, I can't get Lunar Blessing. Rieslim? I don't know what Rieslim is. Is that a heal? No, oh wait, that's the Rise spell. Yeah, that's gotta be Rise. Full HP Rise. This is the heal. And then I gotta remember to Spirit Charge with him. You get an extra 2 focus points doing that. Oh no. Oh man, they got Fina before we can heal her. It's not that rare. It's not too hard to track down this game. That means we'll never get the good music unless I revive her.
I'm done for.
His AoE can be bad here. Alright, let's make this a recovery turn. From what you saw, to say he's butthurt to lose the record isn't true. It's the opposite. It's like he's free from the curse. Oh, okay. Yeah, that doesn't sound as bad. What category was it? Was it just any percent? I don't blame him. That's gotta be such a mind drain to feel like you're forced to play Battle for Bikini Bottom all the time. I'm sure he'll be relieved. Yeah, he's had that record for years. Pretty much uncontested. Alright, I think we've recovered. The only thing I want to try and get off is to raise Fina so we can get the good music. Because I hate finishing a boss battle with this song. We need the hopeful, we're winning music. Alright, coin flip. Wow, she actually got revived. Now we crawl back as long as you don't AoE kill us. Well, this is the You're in Trouble battle music. There's 3 different versions of the boss battle music that alternates depending on the status of the fight. When you're in trouble, like one of your characters is almost dead or multiple characters are dying, this is the theme you'll hear. It's gonna change here in a moment once I get more health back. And when it's in your favor, it changes to a different theme. The idea is that you're supposed to recover, so you don't have to listen to this all the time. Sometimes it's hard to recover. I'll try and get it here. If I don't kill him beforehand.
Give me strength.
I'm done for.
I think we're gonna win without the good music. Ouch. Alright, well, the fight's not over yet. There we go. Now the music's on my favorite seat because we healed up. I love this part of the theme. I want to make sure he dies with a special move.
Back off! Alpha
I'm done for!
I love all the special moves in this. They just look so cool.
Moons! Petrify my enemy!
I'm done for!
This might kill him.
I'm done for!
I could have beat him earlier, but I don't like beating boss battles with the danger theme. Just feels wrong. Oh, welcome in, Albatrace. Glad you could pop in. Appreciate it. Yeah, this seems like a... not an optional fight. It seemed optional, but I guess it isn't. So far, I have not liked the ship battles, no. They were okay early on, but lately I've been growing, like, more impatient with them. They're just so long-winded. And the last one I did was just... all you do is just spam the cannon, and everything else had no point. The ones where you actually have to think aren't too bad, but the last couple I did were not very good. Hello, Corey. Go to stream Sea of Thieves. I have a hard time remembering if I attempted to play Sea of Thieves. If I did, it was only like one stream, maybe for like a couple hours or something. Maybe it was... No, I don't think I played it. I don't think I even bothered with it, to be honest. It just didn't seem like my kind of game. Yeah, honestly, if you're doing other things while you're playing this game, if you're multitasking, queuing up your actions and then walking away actually doesn't seem like a bad idea. It's like, alright, queue up your actions and go fold some laundry. What did I think of the Gen Atlas reveal? I will say it's probably the least... I hate to say, like, least excited, but it genuinely is the least excited I've been after seeing a Team Eco trailer. But maybe that's a good thing. Maybe going in with lower expectations is the way to go. I don't know. The trailer just didn't do much for me compared to Shadow of the Colossus or Last Guardian. I'm excited for it, but I don't want to get, like, overhyped on it, you know? I'd rather just play it when it comes out and find out how the game is. It looks different. I'm just not used to seeing a sci-fi game from them instead of more fantasy. Robots and guns and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I can't wait to play it, but I learned my lesson with Last Guardian, right? Like, you gotta remember. Imagine your most anticipated game, year after year after year, never being revealed, getting delayed. You don't even, at some point, you don't even know if it's coming out anymore. Was it canceled? Like, imagine going through that for over a decade. It was rough. I never want to go through that again. I also just wish they would put Last Guardian on the PS5. I'd be just as excited if they would have announced that Last Guardian and Eco are coming to PS5. Just port them on there, put them on the damn store. I don't understand what's so hard. If they can do it for Guitar Man, they can do it for Eco. It just pisses me off because they always talk about, like, oh, and from the creator of Eco, and Eco this, and Eco that. Well, get Eco onto the damn PS5 store. What the hell is taking you so long? The fact that it skipped the PS2 on PS4 PSN store is also crazy. You've been waiting for a port? I wouldn't worry too much about a port of Shadow of the Colossus, like the PS4 version. You're good to just play that on a PS5. That game doesn't really need a port. Eco, believe me, you're fine to play it on a PS3. I just really wish they'd modernize it and put it on the PS5 so more people can play it. And hopefully it's the version where it has the rewind feature. And new trophies and stuff. You haven't stopped thinking about Street Shark since it was mentioned. Those figurines were cool. The show is cool too. It's been a long time since I tried watching that. The figures were awesome. I remember really liking the really weird ones, like the enemy figures, because those are super rare. It's so hard to find those in the stores. You know what ones I'm talking about. There was like a guy with a screw nose, and then there was like a lobster. There were some weird ones. Alright, blue is weak to red and yellow. I don't know if I want... I don't remember what spells yellow are. Hold on. Electri and Drillin. Alright, I think we'll go for yellow. And then her... I just need more... I need a resurrection spell that doesn't have a 50-50 chance, so we're just gonna... put her on white and just level that up. And then him doesn't really matter. I guess we'll give him a res spell too. Eventually. So, Ueda, in an interview with IGN, did say that he wished that Blue Point didn't get shut down because he would have liked to have made at least one more remake with them, and then when IGN asked him which game, he said Eco. So, yeah. That was very unfortunate. But, I mean, let's be real here. There's only so many games he can remake with Blue Point, so it's pretty obvious what his choice would have been. But it doesn't mean Sony would have given him the go-ahead, right? It doesn't mean they would have been like, okay, sure, you can remake Eco. I doubt they would have let him do it.
That wasn't so bad.
Do you think Gen Atlas is in the same universe, but in the future? I think there'll be some connections. As all of their games tend to have subtle little connections, little winks and nods. Thanks for the bits, crazy. Yeah, if Sony loved Eco so much, they'd re-release it already. Doesn't make sense. Stop mentioning the damn game if people... They're like, oh, and Eco, and like most people that are listening are like, first of all, they're like, oh, what's that? And then if they look it up, they're like, oh, I gotta buy a PS2 or a PS3 version, and then they just forget about it. Just put it on PS5 so everybody can try it. I'm just gonna give everybody neutral weapons so we can get more resurrection spells on everybody.
Yeah. Over there.
Even though the damage sucks.
Here goes.
The one thing you gotta know about Eco that a lot of people go into it, the camera is the number one thing that does not age well for most people. So just know that the camera is very different in that game. It's not your typical rotation system. You move it from a fixed point above you, so it's kind of odd. A lot of people don't like it if they're not used to that stuff. Also, the PS2 version's a little... I highly recommend you play the PS3 version if you can over PS2. Because the North American PS2 version is pretty... It's a lot more tedious. Because the next biggest... Actually, the biggest complaint is probably the combat. Shadows take extra hits in the US PS2 version compared to the PS3 version. The PS3 version is actually based off the PAL release, which
That wasn't so bad.
didn't... The enemies don't take as many hits in that version. I don't know where this place is that I'm trying to get to. Apparently I keep missing it somehow. I don't... Okay, it should be like right in front of me. How do I do the thing where I like search? What was the button for that? Wasn't there a button to like search for things? Maybe not. Okay, I'm lost. I'm completely lost. It's showing it should be right here. At least these battles are pretty easy. So, I'll use this opportunity to level my neutral element. Thanks, Saturn. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 76 months. Yeah, when John Atlas is getting close to coming out, we're definitely going to do a trilogy playthrough. We're going to do Eco, Shadow of the Colossus, Last Guardian. I'm pretty tempted to play Last Guardian even sooner than that, but I gotta contain my excitement and just wait. Welcome back, Cloud. Well, that's what I'm waiting for, too. You can actually play The Last Guardian in 60 frames, but you have to be willing to jump through a lot of loopholes to do it. Essentially, the game will... Oh. The game will crash in like a dozen different places if you're running at 60 frames. You have to play off the disc, down patch it to version 1.0. But then a dozen times, approximately, as you're playing the game, it'll crash if you're in version 1.0. So you have to, like, patch the game to the recent version, walk past the crash point, and then down patch it to version 1.0 and continue to play, and then every time you reach a crash point, you gotta upgrade. Like, it's so annoying. But you can play it in 60 frames. I've refused to do it because I truly believe that they will eventually release a 60 frame rate patch. Can we learn some new spells? Thanks, Caliber. Appreciate it very much. Thank you for the 86 months. Okay. The pinpoint thing is like right here. But I don't see it. Is this it? Oh, maybe this is it. No? Cool atmosphere, but... Is this it? That's not where the pinpoint is. That was confusing. If this is what they want me to find. We may actually need to heal on this. Actually, let me do Spirit Charge real quick. Get a Lunar Blessing going. Thanks, Calicos. Not once has it been in a streak, that's fine. I appreciate it, thank you for that. I like your little Pikachu badge, by the way. How did you get that? Crazy with the sub-gifted Chief Running Wolf. Well, thank you, Crazy. I appreciate that very much. It's not... Is that... Oh, okay, it was a random gift sub. Well, congrats. You now get no VOD ads and stuff if you watch the VOD, Chief. We'll get the regen and then we'll be safe to just spam attacks.
Give us your blessing.
If you watch certain channels during the last Pokemon Direct and subbed, you got one? Okay. I'm just glad we all got the Bubsy one. And thanks, Mechacon. Thank you for the D-bits. Did I beat the new Bubsy? I did. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't a disappointment. It wasn't amazing, but it was fun.
Here goes.
I think they did an alright job. It's way better than the other crap Bubsy games they came out with over the years.
Yeah.
I'm using all the white weapons right now because I really want to unlock more characters to have the ability to resurrect, but also get one of the characters a resurrect spell that is 100% resurrect instead of this coin flip business. That always messes me up. Did I look into the speedrun for Bubsy? Oh, I looked at it and I said, no way, I'm not doing that.
That wasn't so bad.
They're already too insane with it. Like, the stuff they were doing, I'm like, I'm not learning this. I don't got the patience for that. It's already too crazy. The problem is they released the demo, right? So, like, most of the speedrunners already practiced for months. Maw of Tardis? Is this is not where I'm supposed to be going, is it? What's the lowest price for AS Plus games once they go on sale? That I can't help you with. I'm not really sure about that. I couldn't imagine them going cheaper than like $50 though, if they were to go on sale. It really depends on the print run. So we don't really know how they're going to print it. I don't know, I feel like I'd have to look at a list of all the developers that are no longer around. It's so hard to keep track of that stuff these days, because like, they go away, but they come back under like a different name. With most of the team intact. Okay, I think we found where I had to go. Feels like we're at the end of like Final Fantasy VII or something here. Does the GameCube still accept Game Boy Player? It does, yeah. They even make custom Game Boy players that match the color. Depending on what color you get. It's not a boss battle. They're yellow, so they actually are weak to neutral. That's good. I don't think I'm seeing your live chat. I've been reading it the whole stream. Alright. Shouldn't need to use Lunar Blessing here. Or maybe I should. To be safe. What we need is an AoE heal that isn't a regen. My chats are combined, so I see my Twitch, YouTube, and Kick chat all in one. So I see all the chat as one chat. I'm not the kind of streamer that reads every single chat message out loud. I think that's kind of obnoxious, honestly, when I watch streams like that. Honestly, if I join a stream where the streamer reads every single chat message, I'm less likely to talk, because sometimes I don't want my chat message read. As, definitely a thing.
Give us your blessing.
I have a deep lust for Hatsune Miku. See? Not a good idea. I did not use Google Plus back in the day. I don't even know what it offered, to be honest. You're wandering around Kyoto right now? Well, I hope you're having fun there. Did you find any good gaming deals, or are you just enjoying the touristy sites?
Thank the moons.
When I go swimming, I can't even remember the last time I went swimming, to be honest with you. But no, I would not do flips into the pool. Especially not now. I feel like I'd break my neck. Yeah, you definitely got to go to the outskirts places in Japan to find the deals these days. This game needs 20 times speed up. The battles can be a little slow. Yes, they can. But that's okay. Sometimes I think playing an RPG with a speed up option kind of takes away from the charm. I'm not the biggest fan of modern conveniences of turn-based RPGs. I'll go with you. I feel like I just chose like some optional content or something. I still have both injuries, but they're healing slowly. My chest injury is getting better at least. All right, how do I forget. Is this the one where I just press the A button to find this thing? Wait. How do I fish this thing up again? I'm pressing A, nothing happens. Isn't there like a scan button or something? It's not doing anything. Does anybody remember how to find this thing? Or do I have to get even closer? Okay, you have to get even closer. Alright, before we go in there, let's use up items. Stat boosting items. I don't remember how important quick is. I'll just use it on Fina? She's our healer, right? Even though that's probably a bad move. Probably should use on someone else. Agile. It's everything? Oh wait, special moves, right? Did I ever get any more? I have no moonberries. Okay. No save point here. Better be one inside. Wait, where am I going? This way? There was no option to enter over there. Oh, another one. Where you at? It's here somewhere, I'm just not sure where it is. Down here? No, I didn't see that caliber. Sounds cool though. Alright, I'm gonna return to the Little Jack and save. So I don't have to do that fight again if I lose. Uh-oh, I still never had the opportunity to get MP items. That's not good. I guess I also missed that item. I couldn't find it. I didn't know they'd force me into this. Is there a save point on this ship? Well, if you use that retro tank thing, it's pretty much the same. I don't use one of those though, I don't have one. I feel like I missed a save point in the other room. I'm not sure if there's one in here. Everybody collects everything, see? We collect games, they collect feathers. I like the lighting here. Willamette. This fog, could it be a boss battle approaching? Give me a chance to save first, please. Thank you. Oh, man, I really... Does anybody know, is there a fast way for me to get some healing items and MP items? I'm getting sick and tired of having no MP items. How do I... Is there a fast way to get back to a town? Is that a thing right now? I don't remember if there's some kind of fast travel or just like something I can do to get MP items right now? Or am I pretty much just stuck? I'm in the middle of nowhere. I wish I could find this, but I couldn't find the capital. I feel like that would have some items, but I can't find it. Because going into this with no MP on Fina again is like she's just dead weight, she does nothing. See, it should be right over this way. But there's nothing here. Well, we do have the advantage. Man, they didn't even heal me. They were like, oh, let's rest up. Yeah, they sure didn't rest up. No prima guide for this game. Because they're seriously about to send me into a boss battle with no resources. I gotta figure out how to fix that. No healing items, no MP, no nothing. People aren't even healed up. Yeah, I can fly around and get a million random encounters. It's gonna take me a very long time to get back to a town. Really hope somebody learns a res spell from this fight. Do they really expect me to fly all the way over to here or back here to get healing items? I feel like I gotta look this up. Can I get into the Valuan capital yet? Maybe I'm just missing it? Because I really, really need MP items right now. Gotta check. Because the boss battles are kind of lame when I can't really use all my characters to their fullest. Alright, let's see. Head straight to Horteka's item shop. Where the hell's that? All the way over there? Can I just fly straight across here? I think I'm gonna have to go back there. Trying to find out. I gotta backtrack to Horteka. Still my closest spot for cheap healing items right now. Holy crap. I hope I don't get into this boss battle before I get back there. I gotta head south-southwest back through the area I came from. Alright. Because I'm not doing another hard boss battle without items. I'm out of everything. If I can figure out how to get out of here. Because it spawned the boss, so he may just like trigger the fight. Should have plenty of money though. I'm gonna run from battles though, I think, until I get back.
Retreat!
This is nowhere near the end of the game. This is only about a third of the way through. According to a long play on YouTube, this is the end of a little bit past one video of 3. Each video is about 11 to 12 hours long.
Retreat!
So this is technically about 12 hours into a 36-hour playthrough. Around that, you know, estimation. No. Yes, we're heading out of Valua. No! No! Oh, that's not good. This could be very bad. I just saved the game in a state in which I can't go back to get healing and MP items. Oh my god. Alright, we gotta get into a random battle and drag it out until I heal everybody up to full. Get Fina's MP up. This is gonna be brutal. I gotta stay away from his ship. I can't believe there is no way to get healing or like just some way to heal my party to full right now. I don't think I have any item that does it either. I don't think I can heal. I don't have anything to heal though outside of battle. Unless there's an item that full heals the party outside of combat or something, but I don't think there is. I don't have any healing items. I don't have any MP to heal. And like look at Vice, no MP. I can't get MP back on any of the characters. The only one I can is Ica. The only way I can get MP back on her is with Epsilon Mirror. It's kind of a pain. I definitely made a big mistake forgetting to get healing items. And I remember last stream too, I was like, alright, I gotta remember to get healing items before we head out, but of course I didn't remember that. That was so long ago. But I didn't think they'd ever put me into a state where I'm locked into a part of the world map. And I already saved in here. So if this battle's really hard, I'm not in a good spot. See, she can't do anything with no MP. And I have no more items for MP, so in this boss battle, she's never going to be able to cast a spell. The only spellcaster is going to be Aika. She's going to be my healer. Unless the boss battle is a ship battle. Which honestly, I'd prefer a non-ship battle. I hate the ship battles. Alright, now we keep one enemy alive and pop ourselves off. And then after this battle, if I can survive it, the boss battle, we definitely will need to backtrack and get healing. Oh wait, gotta keep her healing. Once everybody's pretty much topped up, then we kill the enemy. Oh, you little bastard. He's like, no, you ain't feeling the full. Alright, well that should be good enough, right? The game knew exactly what I was trying to do there. Let me save it here just in case I had a second. Oh, you know what? Let's not overwrite that one just in... Oh, but that's outside the temple? Oh my god. That's such a far save. Alright, where is he? Crazy atmosphere here, though. I saw him. There he is. Oh. Okay. Wait, what? Hold on, that's a merchant ship? I thought that was the boss. Please sell items. What? You're a merchant ship and you won't sell anything? Alright, well I thought that was the boss. Now I'm not sure. It's only two of them, we'll kill them. I'll heal outside of battle. Ooh, damn, alright. Could have never fought this. Oh, apparently it's a ship battle. Oh, man. Damn. That's even worse. must be it. Alright. Hopefully it's a pretty fast one. Oh, what the hell? It's like a whale. Wasn't expecting that. That can't be the legendary Burrito John. Welcome back, John. Good to see you. Hope you're well. People were asking about you, John. They were asking about you. Where's my... Where did I put it? I've got it around here somewhere. I still got your sign. I'm just not sure where the heck I put it. The game's going alright. I was unfortunately suffering constant crashes because my Gamecubes were dying. But I'm playing on a new Gamecube right now, so it's working very nice. It's so nice to play this game without constant fear of losing progress because my Gamecube freezes. So nice. Could you imagine my game freezing after that green boss battle and having to do that? Like I mean, that's what made me quit last time. So being able to do this just stress-free is nice. I'm going to be blowing through this, by the way. This week is going to be nothing but Guitar Man and Skies of Arcadia. Sounds like we got new music, a boss battle music for this. I don't think we've heard this music before. Alright, so what are we doing here? Let's see how much damage that does. I think John he was reminded that October is fast approaching. He's like, oh right, I get to watch Pete suffer play horror games soon. I think that's what it was. Oh, that's cool. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully things are getting better for you. And I'm the same way. I don't really watch streams of games that I anticipate playing as well. Let's just hope for a swift battle here, please. Oh wait, did my normal attack actually do some damage? It may just have. Played mouthwashing for the first time. Yeah, that was definitely an interesting one. Weird game. I don't think it's deserving of all the memes and attention. I mean, that game was spotlighted like crazy. It was okay. I mean, it was a over-the-top strange game. Is that me? Is that my ship? Oh. Okay. I didn't heal or guard fast enough, I guess. I hate these ship battles. Alright. Let's just go even more aggressive, shall we? You play any other interesting horror games lately or anything? I think I got a kill first turn. Well, I'm pretty certain if they released this game today, they would definitely add a... They would add a speed-up option, but they would also add a skip battle animation option, which I don't like. I don't like it when you skip all the animations, because to me that takes all the soul out of RPG battles. Actually, you know what? We're just going to play it safe, and we're just going to guard on these turns. Just don't do enough damage. I see. So John's like, alright, time to get back into playing games. Let's play one of the weirdest, most messed up games out there, mouthwashing. Definitely sounds like a Burrito John thing to do. Did you see the new trailer for Gen Atlas, at least? The new Team Eco game? Yeah, it reminds me of Robot Alchemic Drive. It's the first thing it reminded me of. Ooh, he got that off before I was able to... See, this is what is weird to me. How is he constantly able to get things off before my turn? Their turn order always seems messed up. There we freaking go, alright. I'm sure there's gonna be more of these things, though. That can't be it. Oh, right, we still got this thing. Maybe we battle Rackham with just a cutscene. Yeah, the frame rate was a little concerning. I'm hoping that's not final, because the game's still probably like a year or two away. Oh, we lost our ship. My controller is rumbling like crazy. I forgot to ask you, Matt, if you're still there, what GameCube games you ended up picking up. Damn, look at that lighting, though. Alright, can I save? No. Can I heal? Can I do anything? Never know, they may throw me into a normal battle. Alright, let's see if I have something else I can equip. Okay, that's pretty good. At least we got some new weapons. Still nothing with that. No defense. I don't think I ever looked under options. Okay. My game, the RPG? Well, I wasn't working on it for a very long time. But right now I'm like, I was getting back to working on it, but then they released a new asset pack in Japan. That I'm waiting to see if they release in the US. I'm probably going to give it like another month or so before I decide if I'm going to just get back to work without it. Because when they released the asset pack in Japan, it created like a bug that they just finally fixed. So I think that would prevent them from releasing it in the US for a bit. But the asset pack would be so perfect for my RPG. That's why I'm waiting to see if they come out with it first. I'm gonna be very disappointed if they don't release it in the US shop, though, seriously. I wouldn't be surprised, because there can't be that many people that are still buying DLC for RPG Maker on PS5. Why did I feel like this guy was gonna sacrifice himself? He ain't gonna get in. I knew from the outset this bastard was this game's heiress. I mean, if he isn't, don't spoil it, obviously, but I knew it the second we ran into him. Party's all split up. Yeah, it is kind of loppy to like, isn't it? Makes me want to watch some of those Studio Ghibli movies again. The last time I watched them, I watched like everyone back to back. Should really do that again. But the last time I watched them on my iPad, honestly. This time I would like to watch them on TV. On a bigger screen. Wow, the frame rate here looks like it's 60 all of a sudden. Pork or roast is your favorite? Damn. We definitely have different tastes, that's for sure. That's one of my least favorite ones. I never liked it as much as the others. New area. Looks nice. I wasn't expecting to get separated from the party. Such a classic RPG scenario. And the music also screams something like a Final Fantasy game. Which I'm getting closer to really considering that Final Fantasy series playthrough. But I told myself I'm not going to start that until I finish Skies of Arcadia and Xenosaga. At the least. Honestly, like, after playing this game, even I'd be tempted to get the freaking Vice for Sword Figure statue. I don't think I want to know what that thing is worth now, though. Hopefully, unless it undersold and they're still relatively cheap. I don't want the. I just want the standard one. I don't need the deluxe. Persona series playthrough? I don't think so. I definitely want to play 6 though, but I don't have an interest in playing all the Persona games back to back. I'd only do that for something like Final Fantasy. It's expensive. Well, if I did 11 and 14, I would only do the base game's story. In other words, I would only do, you know, no expansion story content. I'd kill the Shadow Lord in 11. And then for 14, I would just do the base game, no expansions. Because technically that was the initial state of the game. I can bang that out for 11 in, like, probably a month or two, but I'm not, it's hard to know, right? Like, it depends what job I pick to get through with that. Wow, thank you, Embalmed. Thank you for the generous super chat. Have I played Lost Soul Aside? I have not played that yet. I actually really wanted to play that when it came out, but I wasn't a fan of the price. It's like $50 or $60, right? So I've been waiting for that game to come down in price, and I think this Black Friday that's going to be one of the super cheap games. I'm thinking it's going to be like $14.99 or something. Hopefully. And then I'll probably play it. It's also gotten some patches to make it better. So I do plan on playing that. So I've played I'm a big fan of Theater Rhythm. I played what was it, Curtain Call? The latest one. I played almost all the songs in that, except for a lot of the... I did all the battle music. I have all the DLC for that game, too. I love it. It's a great game. I just don't like playing that game as intended, right? I don't really care about the story stuff. I just want to get in there and play songs. I don't want to be dealing with all the micromanagement stuff. I like that it's a thing, but I just prefer to play the music. But Final Fantasies that I haven't finished, if I do this series playthrough, Ones that I either started and never finished, or never finished, period. Like, even really started. Which at this point, I'd include games like 10-2 in that. I barely touched that game. So that would be Final Fantasy 6, 8, 10-2. I actually don't think I finished 12 all the way. 13-2, 13-3. 15 and 16. Oh, and Final Fantasy 2. I got close to beating that, but man, that game was so easy. The Pixel Remaster... I guess I shouldn't say I got close, but I got bored of it because it was so... Once you learn how to play that game and like break the level up system, it's just... There's no challenge. And I think this time for Final Fantasy 3 Pixel Remaster, when I play that again, I'm gonna ban myself from using Dragoon. So those are just the mainline games I read off, by the way. I'm not counting like stuff like Stranger of Paradise. Yeah, Dragoon's too busted in 3 Pixel Remaster. I would just prevent myself from using it. Otherwise, you just one-shot all the bosses, pretty much. Yeah, I just gotta figure out the timing on it. I'm gonna have to look at game releases for the next few months. Like, it's something... If I can finish Skies of Arcadia and Xenosaga in a timely manner, like, I'd be okay with maybe attempting it up until Horror Game Month. And then, like, take it as far as I can go, and then we do Horror Game Month, and then catch up on things I gotta play in November and December, and then get back to Final Fantasy stuff in January. We'll see. Oh, what in the world? Punching only challenge? What does that do for Pixel Remaster? Like, what is that? How does that enhance the game? She looks like she's out of, like, Wild Arms 3 or something. You couldn't use weapons or magic, so it was all done in the item management. I'm not sure if I would do a challenge like that. I forgot to turn this thing on. There we go. Forgot to turn that on the Figgies thing. Just in case people want to know about Skies of Arcadia merchandise, you can use my code. Oh my god, what is happening? This game is turning into a waifu party now. All these female they get rid of, what's his name? Drachma, and they're like, alright, bring out all the female characters. No, I just stopped promoting it as heavily because I was promoting it a lot, and nobody was really using the code. So I'm like, all right, it's probably time for a break from promoting it that heavily. Just give it a rest for a bit, you know. Some people still do order once in a while, but you know, I'll get back to advertising it more at some point. But I just figured we needed to give it a rest. Yeah, I'm gonna be releasing a video on my new GameCube, maybe tomorrow or the next day. The unboxing's pretty cool. You can see what the thing looks like. It was a neat little surprise that I wasn't expecting with the unboxing. You think Brave Brother automatically strips my Amazon affiliate code? I wouldn't doubt it. Look at that draw distance. It's just, I love how obvious those boxes are. It's like, gee, I wonder what's in these boxes. Gotta love realistic climbing speeds in video games for ladders. You'll find out pretty soon, Cinco. You'll find out soon. Look for the YouTube video. Let's go use that save point. Looking for hidden items or something. Yes, let me stock up on healing items. Where can I do it? Okay. Guess not here. There's gotta be something out here. Right? There's gotta be a hidden chest or something. Yeah, Valkyria Chronicles is... I haven't played that in a very long time. I only ever played the first one. I never played any of the sequels. Yeah, I had the Spice Orange that was region modded for Japanese games. But that also broke. GameCubes are very fragile these days. If you had, you know, one from back in the day that never was refurbished. If you haven't turned yours on in a while, I would not be surprised if it doesn't work anymore. You know, I get a lot of Panzer Dragoon Saga vibes from this game. In terms of the town designs and everything, very similar. Music as well here. Damn, are they seriously gonna save up money to... You never think about that scenario in RPGs where the party gets separated and they crash land somewhere and it's like, alright, we got nothing, time to get a job and make money, to crawl back. How did they know Vice ain't dead? I guess they just believe. I'm playing the game that got you in the JRPGs. Yeah, it's a great game so far. I really wish I gave it more of a chance back in the day. I really couldn't get into this back when I first tried it. But honestly, the best part of the game, it takes a little bit to... few hours, like 5 hours at least, before you start realizing how good of a game it is. I only gave it a couple hours in the very beginning. It just wasn't clicking for me. I'm not sure it wasn't really my thing back then. Honestly, I don't think I liked the weapon swapping, and the combat was very slow in the beginning when you have, like, no spells. I also have never been a big pirate fan, like airship stuff. It doesn't bother me as much right now playing this game, but, like, especially back then, I was not super into that kind of theme. Airships and pirates and all that stuff. Just to show you how little I've cared about pirates my whole life, I still have never really watched the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I think I've only seen the first one in passing through, like, various clips, but never sat down and watched the full thing. I feel like we could just start a Lost in Blue game right here. Let's go gather some berries and make a fire. Yeah, I've never been into cowboy stuff either. Westerns and stuff. I was always just more into sci-fi and fantasy, like the pirates and cowboy stuff, I don't know. Wasn't really my thing. Battles, really? Okay. Interesting. This is one of my favorite battle themes for an RPG, though. I love this battle theme. The Dreamcast version is even better, but this one's fine.
That was easy.
It's one of those battle themes that never gets old. That's important for an RPG for me. You gotta have a battle theme you never get tired of hearing. If anything, you gotta have a battle theme you look forward to hearing. Okay, so we gotta fight enemies to get meat.
Yeah.
That was easy.
I think the #1 battle theme, though, for an RPG for me that never ever gets tiring, no matter how many times I hear it, was Golden Sun, the first Golden Sun. That damn battle theme is just like perfect. So energetic, so good. I was still looking forward to battles in that game to hear that theme at the end of the game. I never avoided battles. I would always never run, just fight them because I love the music. Did I end up liking Silent Hill F? It was okay. I think at the end I gave it like a 7 out of 10. In the beginning, I was more inclined to give it like an 8 or even 9, but the further that game went on, the worse it got. I just didn't like a lot of the choices they made with the dungeons later on. Like, the navigation was just really not fun. Some of those places with the locked doors and... The one thing that really stuck out to me, too, in the beginning was you can never go inside of buildings. All the doors are locked. You were literally just in the street the whole time. At least even in Silent Hill 1 and 2, you would still enter buildings to some degree. It's pretty... Even if they were like, oh, we're trying to make it like the original Silent Hills, we're gonna, you know, mostly not allow you into buildings. Come on, that would have been so much better if they let you explore homes a bit more. I think you can wait on Silent Hill F. Hello, Jace2. I think you can wait. Wait until it goes on sale on Black Friday or something. Is Slitterhead better than Silent Hill F? Honestly, I think I did enjoy what I played as Slitterhead more than Silent Hill F. Slitterhead was definitely different. The only problem with that game that I had was it was too long. That game should have been half the length. It got very repetitive towards the later half. And the visual novel stuff wears on you. Alright, I guess we gotta find more enemies. No, I haven't done the Mega Man clone games. I'm not a huge Mega Man person. Very peculiar with the ones I've played. I really like the ones I played as a kid. Mega Man 7 and X are like my favorites. Ill does look better than the new Silent Hill games. I'm not thrilled to see that this next Silent Hill game is literally like a run and hide simulator. I also feel like Ill could be a miss. I feel like we could be being misled by a very too good to be true kind of looking trailer. But if we're gonna judge it based on how that game looks in the trailer, it looks damn good. Come on, can we learn a new white spell, please? So do I just keep running around until I get enough meat? Yeah, I think the Amnesia-style horror games are starting to overstay their welcome a bit. I don't want every horror game to be like that. We need more traditional survival horror, come on. But Ill seriously looked like the best game I have ever seen. Obviously, we haven't seen GTA 6 yet, which I wouldn't doubt if that ends up looking like, you know, phenomenal. But based on what we've seen, I think Ill is the best looking game I've seen this generation. That's the first game I looked at and I'm like, damn, that is a next gen or a current gen game right there. Not possible on previous generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does anybody know what I'm supposed to do here? Do I just wander around and keep killing stuff until I trigger a cutscene or something?
Is it over already?
Did they really just shut down Ninja Theory? Not entirely. They're apparently in talks to try and go independent, so instead of being shut down and like studio completely closing, they're trying to break away from Microsoft so they can still exist under somebody else. They're apparently doing that to Double Fine, Ninja Theory, and Compulsion Games, among others. There's more that they haven't named. Honestly, like, at this point with Xbox, nothing really phases me. They're so long gone. Like, whatever they gotta do to try and get back on track, I'm not completely opposed to them just, like, cleaning shop and just being like, you know what? All of our money is going in the first-party Microsoft Game Studio. Like, just, you know, let's make the next Halo exclusive for Xbox. And Xbox games on PC. Just you know, whatever they gotta do to bring themselves back. I'm not even fazed by it anymore. It's like most of their games weren't exclusive anyway, so. And when I say let's make the next Halo, I don't literally mean Halo. I mean, like, let's try and find our next Halo kind of thing, you know? Or I may need to look this up. I have no idea what they want me to do. I feel like I've interacted with everything. Let's see.
Yeah.
Is it over already?
I agree. Them buying Activision Blizzard was ridiculous. All it did was just make more people just get Game Pass for Call of Duty, but then they just stopped buying games. What they needed to do was get something exclusive with Call of Duty, and then just force people to spend $60, $70 on it every time a new game came out, rather than them not spending money on it and just doing Game Pass. I don't know. But I agree that the Activision Blizzard thing did not help. Call of Duty on Game Pass did not seem like the best choice. Alright, what is it saying? Hunt grappers for food. Run around the island, fight the blob enemies. Kill 15 of them? Wow, okay, I guess we do just keep running around and fighting this. I feel like I've killed 15 already. If I had an AoE move... Oh, that's very... You had receipts dating back to 1991? Oh, that's awesome. I wish I had those. Man, that would have been... That must be fun to look through for you. What was the best receipt you found? Like, what was the holy grail receipt? So I don't have anything that they let me... Why can't I cast... Oh, because I don't have enough of... Alright. We just gotta kill a few more of these.
Is it over already?
Really? Still not enough. Okay. Original Mega Drive, Genesis with Sonic 2. That's cool. How much was it back then? This is a cool idea for this section, but man, I think they could have handled this better. This shows a way to force encounters. Thanks, Crazy. Thank you for the bits. Do I have any thoughts on the Steam Machine? I think it's going to hurt Sony and Nintendo pretty bad. It's really hard to say without knowing the price of that thing. But I really do feel that when somebody buys that Steam box, if it's somebody, I don't think Steam box is going to affect Nintendo. Nintendo's going to keep doing their thing. They're a market of their own. Nintendo doesn't really compete with the others. They're Nintendo. The Nintendo fans will always support Nintendo because they release games nobody else does. But it certainly will threaten Sony and Microsoft. It's going to mostly threaten people that are already that are in that state where they're like, you know what, I don't mind buying digital games, or maybe they've gotten to the point where they only buy digital games, or they only do Game Pass, or like the premium service on PlayStation. Those customers, if they get a Steam box, I think they're a Steam box customer for life. Once they get a taste of Steam sales and the variety of games on there, why would they go back to paying monthly for Xbox or PlayStation services?
Tough fight.
You know? I think those are the customers that they're going to steal the most. Cutscene? Okay, there it is. I was going to say, something's wrong if I don't get it this time. I have not played Attack of the Saiyans. That's probably my most my most, like, anticipated to play Dragon Ball Z game. It looks cool. The thought of a turn-based Dragon Ball Z game is kind of cool. Steam Deck was hailed as a huge success. It sold 4 million. Wii U sold 13 million. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the numbers Steam Deck or Steam Box does. I think some people are underestimating, though, the ability to, like, get a consoleized PC, which is essentially what the Steam Box is going to be. A lot of people are like, well, why not just play on PC? Because there's a ton of people out there that they really want nothing to do with PC gaming if it doesn't feel like a home console experience. So, like, if you're able to just take a box that looks like a GameCube and plug it into your darn TV and plug in a controller or wirelessly, and it feels like you're playing a home console, like, that is a big deal. That is a big deal. The PC heads don't really understand, but the console gamers, they understand. Yeah, and the VR headset, like, man, being able to use that VR headset with it as well, holy crap, that's going to be the revival of VR that we need. And if I can stream with that and see the chat in the headset, then we are definitely back in the VR. Yeah, but that was 10 years ago, though, right? Like, the market now is way more receptive to digital games than it was back then. Look at what happened to the PlayStation, the PSP Go. The first console that really tried, like, okay, you can't use physical games, it's all digital. That flopped big time because people were not ready for something like that. People are way more receptive to not owning physical games at this point. I think the best course of action for the Steam Box, sell it at an extreme loss, right? Make the price of that thing blow people away. Maybe it's $4.99, $5.99, right? Everybody's expecting that thing to be at least $1,000, $900 at the minimum. Sell it at a huge loss, and then find a way to just keep people buying digital games through the Steam Marketplace. Most people that buy that thing are going to buy a lot of digital games. Run a huge sale for the first few months that thing is out. They'll recoup that money so fast. Just use it as a way to bring people into the Steam ecosystem. You lose a lot of money up front. You gain back so much more over time. Wow, this really is like Lost to Blue. Blue Jason. I didn't play the R-Zone back in the day. I also didn't play the headset version. I streamed and played the tabletop version, like the big screen version, where it projects it onto like a screen in this sort of like mini arcade looking thing, arcade cabinet. It's pretty cool actually. Looking for firewood. Are there any games worth playing on the R-Zone? Not exactly. Depends how hardcore you are into those kind of obscure LCD games. But no, probably not. I would not recommend picking one up for specific games. It's more of an oddity. Thank you, Gaseous. Thank you for the 101. Yeah, they will sell out as soon as they go on sale, but eventually they'll run out of that sort of like every time we restock it sells out kind of mentality. Because you'll hit the hardcore customers, but you'll never hit the casuals that were contemplating getting one. Not everybody can afford a $1,000 console like that. And I think for that thing to really succeed, they gotta really appeal to the casual audience. Yeah, as long as the Guitar Man is, released tomorrow. I gotta re-up my subscription to the premium subscription, because apparently you can't buy that game straight away. You gotta, like, have the premium PlayStation subscription, which I don't have right now, so I gotta upgrade to that. And then they'll eventually sell the game, is how they typically do it, apparently. You found out that this game is where one of your oldest friends, who was a senior manager at Sega back then, met his wife? Oh, that's cool. I wonder if they both played Skies of Arcadia. Thank you, Venster. Thank you very much for that resub. We're still missing. This one. 2 more. And they really hide these sticks. Oh, there's one. One more. How did I miss that? Still, could you imagine? Maybe the reason we're seeing the Steam box delayed is because the launch game is going to be Half-Life 3. I'm pretty sure the internet would break and lose its mind if Half-Life 3 was a launch game for that freaking thing. Like, come on. Of course, that's probably not the reason it's delayed. It's the parts and the price and all that stuff. But I'd like to imagine that's the reason. Still though, how the hell have they not released Half-Life 3 at this point, seriously? I guess, you know, at the end of the day, they just don't see money in it. Oh, there they are. But come on. They can bang out Half-Life 3. Just, like, pay a team of, like, 50 people to work on it over the course of 5 or 6 years. It could have been done already. It doesn't need to be some serious project. You don't need, like, 500 people working on it. Okay, maybe you do, but, you know, they could have totally released that game at this point. I guess because it can't be some live service game that they can nickel and dime you for over time. There's just something I love about the atmosphere of rain in older retro games. Gabe said in an interview years ago, episodes 1 and 2 are what he considers Half-Life 3. They chickened out calling it that because episodic releases were new. Oh boy. Well, the internet ain't gonna believe that one. The price of this isn't too bad for the US version. You can, if you're lucky, you can honestly get it for like $100. The highest you'd spend is probably like 150, 180. For a game, in terms of GameCube pricing for an RPG on GameCube, I consider that to be not terrible. Because you know how expensive GameCube games can get. And for how beloved this game is, and for what genre it's in, and it's like semi-exclusive considering Legends is like, you know, it's only available on GameCube. Of course, you know the original's on Dreamcast, but Legends is, it's not like it has a PS2 or an Xbox release. I consider the like 120 to 140-ish price that this game goes for to be pretty fair in terms of GameCube. The way you got to look at it is the price of 2 new game releases. Would you rather have 2 new game releases that are going to be $10 games in 6 months after you've paid $70 or $80 for them, or would you rather have a classic RPG for the price of those 2 games? That doesn't go down in price. And you don't feel bad about buying it 6 months later. It's one way to look at some of these older games, if you're hesitant because of the price. Just don't buy 2 new game releases. Buy this instead. Alright, now what are we doing? Kind of was not paying attention the most at that cutscene. I think I just gotta keep looking for things. Do I like Sonic 4 at all? I have not played Sonic 4 since that game released. I was pretty damn disappointed with Sonic 4. I think everybody was. When you call a game Sonic the Hedgehog 4, that had better be the next coming of 2D platformers. That was definitely far from it. It did not feel deserving of Sonic 4 as the name. If anything, I feel like Sonic Mania was way more deserving of being called Sonic 4. And Sonic 4 Episode 2, I'm not even sure I beat that game. Yeah, the Sonic 4 games are not the best. I'm not opposed to playing them again at some point. If anything, I feel like I'd appreciate them a little bit more at this current point in time. But man, back then they were not what I wanted. Really does feel like I'm playing Lost in Blue right now. Man, I really wish they made a legit Lost in Blue. That wasn't that Wii game that's supposed to be really bad. Outside of the handheld ones. The videos of Michael Jackson like causing chaos in a fast food restaurant as he dances around. Yep. There's definitely entertaining AI videos out there, that's for sure. How was the Wii Lost in Blue? Did any of you play that? I've only heard bad things about it. And then that new Survival Kids game is... Goodness gracious, what the heck did they do to Survival Kids? I wouldn't even go as far as to say that's part of the series. You just finished playing the remaster of Broken Sword? I forgot that was even a thing. The only Broken Sword I've ever played was honestly the one on Game Boy Advance, which I bought solely because it looked incredible on Game Boy Advance at the time. Yeah, it's called Lost in Blue Shipwrecked or something. I will be doing a short bonus kick stream at the end of this, by the way, because I want to test one of my Japanese GameCube games briefly before I upload this video. I just need to test to make sure the region switch works. So I'm going to test that at the end of the stream. So you kickers will have something to kick about. I almost kind of agree with that, Crazy. I'd take an RPG that looks like this any day of the week over freaking Expedition 33. But I also want to be clear, I don't want everything to look like an anime Persona game. Right? Like, this doesn't look like anime Persona. It's just got that classic kind of mid-2000s look to it. Let's get some RPGs that look like Shadow Hearts again or something, you know? I think it's only a matter of time before we see some of the bigger companies out there catch on and start making... Because you know how all the indie developers right now are the ones that are making games that specifically try and look like a PS1 game or a PS2 game, right? You know how that's becoming kind of a big thing and they're kind of catching on? I think it's only a matter of time before we start seeing like Square Enix make a game that tries to emulate a PS1 style or a PS2 style RPG, and Sega and stuff like that. You never know, right? Like, I think they're eventually going to be like, damn, there's actually some money in this stuff. Forget our HD 2D. We're gonna make a game that looks like a Dreamcast game for the RPG specifically. Yeah, make a Sonic game that looks like a true sequel to Adventure. Well, you'd piss off some of the fans for sure. But imagine if Adventure 3 legit looked like a freaking Dreamcast game. Oh man. That would really divide some people, but I feel like most people would actually be totally into it. Yeah, and it would be so much cheaper. And they'd make a ton of money, right? Eventually one of them will catch on. You can make a small team of developers instead of needing a ton of people and a huge budget. You just throw like 15, 20 talented developers on it, give them 2 or 3 years, and they'll bang out some killer games. Eventually they'll learn. And then if the sales aren't the best, alright, cut your losses. At least you're not losing $50 million. Or in some cases of some games, like 500 million, right? The budgets are insane these days. Do newer Sonic fans go back? I have no idea what new Sonic fans do, to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever heard of somebody saying I've never really played Sonic games before. It feels like you either played them back then, or you didn't, and if you didn't, you just never go back and play them. I don't think I've ever seen somebody actually say they're new to the series. Maybe they're just too afraid to say it. Because that's like saying you've never played a Mario game, right? It's kind of a rare thing. Most people have played Mario. That's a good motto. I'm just excited for when we get to that point where a bunch of games are coming out, like indie games too, that drop the like, oh, I'm trying to look like a PS1 game. Let's look like a PS2 game. I'm looking forward to that. There's some of them out there, but we haven't really reached that peak nostalgia phase yet where we've come to that point. Because right now everything is very obviously PS1. Super blocky. Distorted. Grainy. Yeah, they're currently in the let's make a Dreamcast game phase, exactly. They're getting there. Alright, so... Did he say where we're going? Where is my party at? They're in... Where did they crash land? Shoot. What's the name of it? Nazrad? Okay, so we did go there. That's where I was gonna head. stopped right before the cutscene. The characters in this are very animated. Yeah, they're very expressive. Which was fairly unusual for the time, in my opinion. I like this character. Well, I'm glad I'm not alone in not liking Vizcaya. Everybody was like going crazy for that game when it first came out on PS2. I couldn't get into it. It was too over the top for me. I haven't really played much of the Ape Escape games, no. In fact, I still haven't really played Ape Escape 1. I played Ape Escape 2, eventually. And then I played one of the Japanese exclusive ones on PS2. I didn't really grow up with Ape Escape, so I didn't have much nostalgia for it. I enjoyed Ape Escape 2, but I wasn't like obsessing over it. Like, it was fun, but I feel like that's something, if you played it in your childhood with the way that the net worked with the analog sticks, was probably amazing. So you're very attached to that series, because that's kind of cutting edge.
See ya.
Alright, let's reunite. I love how the image for the next part of town is literally just like a JPEG with the transition. Gotta love the limitations. Wow, this town does look really cool. I guess I'll go in here first. Well, this is where they were. I doubt they're still in here. I did see that Godzilla's getting remastered. I think it looks cool. I did watch the trailer. And I'm glad the game has online. I think that's going to be the reason I pick it up. If it didn't have online, I wouldn't care too much. Yeah, I definitely don't remember you. Do I recommend playing 7 before Remake? I definitely would recommend that you play the original 7 before Remake, because the twists and like things that happen in Remake will be a lot more... It'll make a lot more sense for someone that's played the original. Let's just say that some things happen in 7 and you're going to be like, whoa, okay, this is not how I recall it from the original. And if you only play Remake, it's going to kind of go over your head. But what you can do with Remake, and it might be a pretty neat way to play it, is don't play the entirety of 7. You can kind of like... It would be a really interesting way to do it. Play original 7 up until the point where 7 Remake ends. And then play Remake. And then go back and play 7. And play that up until where... You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of go back and forth. And play them as you get to where the Remake portions kind of end. Or align with one another. That could be a really interesting way to do it. Alright, new weapons. Wait, he's seriously part of my party? Gilder? Really? We got a new party member? Okay. Didn't even realize. I have 54,000. Defense or magic? I think I want defense. Yeah, that's fine. No, it's fine. I still think it would be a cool way to do it. You know, you can sit down and knock out the beginning of 7 in a few hours and then get right into Remake, and at least you'll have some context for what's happening in Remake. What I would do is just ask AI Dubious, since you've never played them before. Ask AI for a spoiler-free guide on how to play the original 7. Like, what your stop point should be for when you begin Remake, and then vice versa with Rebirth. That way you don't have to, like, find out spoilers to figure out where you stop. It's very obvious, though, for Remake, where you stop that game. Just letting you know, though. Like, that won't be hard. Like Crisis Core. Yeah, they're making Final Fantasy like Kingdom Hearts at this point. But yes, I'd say Crisis Core is probably way more important for Rebirth. Remake, you'll definitely want some context for it. But Crisis Core is kind of like almost essential. It's also a damn good game. You should just play the remake of Crisis Core. Yeah, it's definitely canon. It's not that long of a game either, you can knock it out pretty quick. This is definitely a classic RPG town, boy, if I ever saw one. Where am I going? Have I been in here? Man, these shops are so detailed. Oh, healing items? Oh, finally. I have not been able to buy healing for so long. 1 MP. Wow, so generous of you, game. So generous. Damn, that's it. Alright. $99 of these things. It's not even that much. You know what? We're just gonna get 99. I ain't putting up with having no healing items again. Tired of it. Oh yeah, and don't forget to watch Advent Children. Right, right. Also, don't forget to play Ever Crisis, the mobile game. That's also important. And don't forget to watch the cutscenes from First Soldier, that mobile game that shut down. There's some important lore in there. And Dissidia, yeah, Dissidia. Theater Rhythm, the final cutscene after you beat all 726 songs. There's a very important 7 scene in there. Oops, talked to you already. We're just joking, by the way. You pretty much just have to play Crisis Core and you'll be fine. Crisis Core, for good measure, is probably the only essential side game that you should play. This guy doesn't like window shoppers. He'd hate my eBay streams. Do I have to buy this to get the hints? Like, do I have to buy this in order to find it? I'm gonna get it anyway. Don't accept these, right? Yeah, I don't get it. I'm selling what? Don't I want to hold on to that? Or am I selling the discoveries I've found? I think I'm just selling the discoveries I found, right? Okay, there we go. They don't pay much. I miss when RPGs had towns like this. They're somewhat small, but they still feel expansive. Highly detailed, too. This is a crazy detailed tone. That's it? Nothing in there? Oh, there we go. Maybe I am supposed to sleep at the end. Just look at how detailed this inn is. I love that. Look at that. So cool. And yeah, John brings up a good point. It's like a diorama. It's like Fantasian in a way. As you like pop around things, it feels like you're kind of entering a little diorama building. The, what do they call it? Like a split section of... You know what I'm talking about. I forget the term for it. Wow, that looks cool. Can I buy them? Oh, 10 MP for one ally. Where was this in the other shop? Regurgitate all chams. I don't know how many of those I have, but I'll take like 10 of them. And this Magic Dew, yes. Load up on it. Actually, just give me 50 of them. I'm just so tired of not having any items. We're gonna stock the hell up. Double Fine just tweeted that emoji face. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, it's smiling, right? Improves chances for first strike and hit percent. That does sound pretty good. I feel like I have that already, though. I think I found that in a dungeon, and then the game crashed, and then I never went back and got it in that one previous dungeon. Wait. A ring that improves agile and dodge percent. In most cases, you can run away 100% of the time. Hold up, that's huge. Uses an armor. What is QU? Quick? Quick. Wait, what does quick actually give me? It's not dodge. Damn, we are definitely getting stealth ring. 100% runaway chance? Thank you. Actually, I should have put that on Vice, because I'm not... This guy's not guaranteed to be in my party. At all times, right? Let's do that. I'm just gonna leave him with what he has on. Wow, they're actually doing 3 different levels. They have the upper level here, and then the lower level, and then there's an even lower level down there with that thing walking around. It's a pretty cool depth of field effect there. This town feels even more impactful because it's been so long since I found a town that sells this kind of stuff. Get our chest at the end. You'll find out in my video, B-Man. Should be out tomorrow or the next day. I didn't want to release the video until I tested it though to make sure it works. I still got to test the region switch at the end of the stream. I think this is the best town in the game so far. I've never case swapped a console. I don't typically do that kind of stuff. If I have my original console, I would never swap it on purpose. Alright, now I think we go to the inn. I tried streaming Grim Fandango a long time ago. It was actually one of the first PC games I ever tried streaming on the channel. I remember enjoying it. Not generally good streaming games, adventure games, in my opinion. At least not for me. I don't enjoy streaming those too much because there's just, I don't know, it's just non-stop reading. At least at RPGs you got some combat and stuff, but adventure games are definitely a different monster. It was a cool game, though. I remember liking it. They keep missing one another. If we have a new party member, though... Oh, no, wait, it'll still be 4 party members. Okay. Where do they want me to go now? Chicken, please. Is that a PC only game? Okay. Did they say where I'm supposed to be going? I don't know all these. Oh, maybe she's got to. Yeah, she's probably got to go into the inn or the bar. I wish I was more into point-and-click adventure games. I've streamed a few of them before, and they can be fun. The last one I streamed on PC was pretty crazy. It was called Zork Inquisitor. It was the first Zork game I ever played, and man, that game was wild. Kind of drove me crazy towards the end, though. I do remember that. I was so stuck. Okay, that's still not it. There we go. I think if I'm gonna play a point-and-click adventure game, it needs to be one that's just, like, really strange. Or ones that are on consoles. I always like to see how consoles handle those things. Probably one of the best ones I ever played was Burn Cycle on the CDI. That's actually a fantastic game. It's one of the best cyberpunk-esque games I've ever played. If anything, I almost feel like that game seems to nail Cyberpunk even more than Cyberpunk 2077. For those of you that know Burn Cycle, it's pretty awesome. I have not played Gabriel Knight. I think it was Padrino. I forget who it was. There was somebody that was like a Gabriel Knight, big Gabriel Knight fan. I remember someone was recommending those to me a while ago. Yeah, there was something with a Buddha guy and Burn Cycle, wasn't there? I remember I got to the very end of that game, and I'm not sure if I was able to beat it. Something was like preventing me from beating it. It was pretty hard. But man, I'll never forget Burn Cycle. The visuals in that game are so cool. Wasn't you? It was somebody. Oh, wait, was it? It might have been Nick Rammer. Somebody was a big Gabriel Knight fan. Or no, wait, I might be thinking of King's Quest. Somebody was really into King's Quest. All FMV. I'm more into FMV, point and click kind of games. The old pixel ones where you're like pointing and clicking on literal pixels, I don't know. I just love that old FMV style. I'd much prefer to play an FMV one, especially with pre-rendered. King's Quest YG. Okay, I knew you were into one of those like old point and click adventure games series. Lore time. Do you have to play Gabriel Knight 1 to play Gabriel Knight 2? And is Gabriel Knight super focused on puzzles like pixel hunting, or is it a little more straightforward? See, the best point and click I ever played was Phantasmagoria, because that game doesn't really rely on crazy puzzles or pixel hunting. It's literally just like a cool narrative adventure. That's why I love that game. This will be hilarious if they actually don't meet up with Vice. They're really gonna split the party. Wait.
Hey,
Okay, maybe not. Or maybe they are. Yeah, I still never played Snatcher. I used to have a copy of it, but I didn't have the manual. And I had an opportunity to trade it, like a good trade in my favor. And I didn't want to play the game because if I played it, I would never want to get rid of it. So I'm like, let me get rid of it while I haven't grown attached to it yet. Could always reacquire it later. I guess that is kind of a grail at this point for me. There's really not many Sega CD games I still need and want, but I guess that's like the one if I had to pick one. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy with my Sega CD collection. I guess they really did split the party.
Ho!
Oh, I like this song. This game would be probably really over the top if all these characters were voice acted. Skull on the map, so east of the skull. Alright. Well, that is definitely good progress for tonight. I'm going to get ready to swap over to the Japanese game I want to test on Kick. But we made good progress on this. Of course, that ship battle in the beginning took way too long, but I'm pleased to say that it seems like it was definitely 100% the GameCube issue and not a disc issue, as I assumed, because the disc is mint. But yeah, we're gonna, you know, for those of you that are not gonna pop over to Kick to watch the Japanese game, I'm gonna test on this because it's got a region switch. I got to make sure the region switch works. We'll be resuming this probably not next stream. Next stream is gonna be Guitar Man. At least because I'm gonna be working on master mode in that. But I'll be coming back to this at least once or twice this week. We're gonna be working our way through Skies of Arcadia. Now that I can finally play it stress-free. But I'm gonna send you guys over to the Kick part of the stream. It's not gonna be too long, you know, it'll probably be like half an hour, 45 minutes at the most. I'm gonna be testing a game. I'm not gonna tell you what game it is until you get there. I'll just say it has really good music. Alright. If you want to join us on Kick, you're free to do so. But I'm going to get ready to transition over there now. If you just watched on Twitch or YouTube, I appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Guitar Man. Don't miss Guitar Man.